Alright, so I got these hive stands made from a friend, and he's better at welding than me. So I got a few things from Take-A-Lot. I got this Rust-Oleum rust reformer. It's a really good product. I tried it a bit on that frame and it converts the rust instantly to like just a smooth matte black finish. And then I'll use that just as like a primer, just to get rid of the rust a little bit. And then I also bought this steel clad all-in-one, so it's like a primer and a top coat. Well, it's designed for that, and it was really a good price. So I don't know the product, but I'm gonna try it. And especially with this rust reformer as a primer, I don't think you can do better than that in any way. And then on Take-A-Lot, I wanted one paintbrush, but there was a pack of 12 for 2 of them, so I just got the whole pack of 12, and they're so small it's not a storage issue. I'll just keep them for whenever I have these projects. So I'll just do snippets, and I'll show you how I start spraying here, and then also just at the end how the hives nicely goes on top of the frame and why I've designed it this big. So we've spray painted these surfaces. It doesn't need to be perfect or like a complete cover, it's just a preparation to get rid of the rust. And then these paint brushes are from Total. Yeah, we'll see how long they last, but for the price we paid, they don't need to last forever. And conveniently, they're just as wide as the metal that we're painting. We got them specifically like that, so that it's easier to get in and paint the specific surface we had in mind. And also, it worked very well that we had these frames in the sun, and also our products for about 2 hours in the sun this morning, just to get everything nice, and the liquid also goes more fluid when it's a bit warmer and goes into all the cracks and crannies of the metal. Yeah, so let's start painting. So we've given these frames just one coat of paint on the top, and then we'll just tip them over to paint the legs and the bottom sides as well. We're just going to give them about an hour just to touch dry before we turn them over, and in the meantime we'll just cover our paint brushes with a little bit of foil just to prevent them from drying out. And conveniently it's a water-based paint, so when we're done then we can just clean it up with water. And we'll just put the paint brushes in this shade and just cover the paint. Yeah, and we'll come finish the rest later. Alright, so we just did some other chores while we waited for this to dry on the top, and now we're just going to get in on these legs and at the bottom of these frames and just get this done. And I'm also satisfied the painting obviously gives it a thicker coat than just the spray painting, so it's really turning out well so far. And yeah, the neighbor's chicken's going. Yeah, so we're just checking for lost spots that we've missed here and there. We do see one or two places, so we're just touching it up. For example, here's a space here. Just over there. Luckily with this paint it's quite easy to see between the wet parts where we've missed. But I'm very happy with the finish. There's a spot. It's important to get the light in. Yeah, but we've done well. Yeah, almost done. Yeah, so we're done painting this, and my wife helped me, so I'm very happy about that. But just wanted to show how nicely these hives fit in here, and it's custom made for this. See, this angle iron almost makes like a frame where the hive sits inside, so it actually fits very snug in there. And then one of the reasons why I designed it like this is so that two hives sits against each other, and in winter they also share this common space where the wind will not chill them on that wall. So yeah, it's one of the design features. And then the lip or the landing strip here in the front sits nice and flush. If something had to bump this structure, it's really nice and tight. And I'll maybe also drill some holes here on the side and just insert a screw on 2 or 3 sides to keep the hive in its place. But I think it's beautiful. It's custom made. It only has 4 legs, so my plan is to put like a tuna tin or a fish can on the bottom and just fill it a bit with oil, just to help with the ants and stuff and the insects climbing on these frames. But I think they're beautiful, and we did what we had to. Alright, so we're gonna just remove these hives off from the hive stand that I've placed here. The reason is that hive stand's not painted yet, it was just temporarily. So today we painted these other hive stands, and also I'm going to use these tuna tins with a little bit of soapy water just to place the legs in to keep the ants off from these hives. They bothered the smallest colony here, so let's get going with that. Let's feel how heavy this one is. Quite heavy. Okay. Sure, they also press away quite deep into the soil, so the tins will prevent that. And I'm just going to remove some of the weeds that are growing here so that the ants doesn't have little ladders to climb up with. Okay. Okay, let's put this hive in. Oops. Yeah, that's a lot of bees.
Are they sitting
Luckily they can't see a red light. Have a look here. Let's get out of their way. But yeah, this hive's very strong, and the ants will at least not be able to bother them anymore. Yeah, these stands are lovely. So happy about them. They can last many years now, thanks to us painting them.